Alright, now we move on to my favorite of the original, this first half of the Saw franchise. Saw 3. Yep. This is once again directed by Darren Bousman, and this is the third film in the Saw franchise. So, basically, this time we meet Dr. Lynn Denlon, and she becomes a pawn in Jigsaw Killer's latest gory game. Kidnapped and taken to an abandoned warehouse by Amanda from the first two films, she finds Jigsaw bedridden and dying. And her task is to keep the maniac killer alive long enough for Jeff, who is a fellow victim, to complete his own task. And each is unaware that Jigsaw has much bigger and deadlier plans in store. And so Jeff has to find and make a decision for those who he's put through a series of tests by Jigsaw in order to try and get him to let go of his vengeance for the man that kills his son. So there's a lot of emotion and a lot of stuff going on in this movie. So I saw this movie back during Christmas break of 2010. Yeah, 2010 it was. And I was very shocked about this movie because I was not expecting this film to be any good. Now, I love Saw 3, and this one, like I said, this is my favorite of the series. It's my favorite of this first half of this series. The traps, you have a lot of traps in here. You got different traps. Yeah, the first trap, you have the classroom trap, which has this one character hang with chains out, and the chains are very it's so disturbing. And so yeah, then you also have in the beginning of the movie, I thought that trap was very just painfully to see that. You also have Carrie, and Carrie has, her trap is she's stuck in a harness that is hooked to her ribs, and she has to get the key from acid and unlocked it, but it tears the rib cage, her rib cage apart anyway. And the rib cage torture scene, that was so painfully disturbing to watch when the first time I watched it. But you also have this one character, and so her name is Danica, and so we find Danica in this one trap in the freezer room, and so they have to put a body cast on the actress for front and back. So that was the freezer trap, because it's ice water. I bet that was very cold when doing that scene. You also have the pig scene, where you have all the pigs has maggots attached with honey, and that's the favorite trap. Tobin Bell says that's his favorite trap in the entire series. But that pig trap is so gross. So yeah. And you have, but it just gets more better. Alright. And another trap that they do have is this one trap, at the end of the movie with it's called the rack. So basically what the rack is that it twists the people into twists body parts of people. So that was just very painful. And watching that, and that's so bloody and disturbing. I even watched this movie with the commentary, with the different commentaries, and they were talking about the scene. So that was very cool. And I also like so I love the music. I like the music in this film. Charlie Clouser does great. I do love the songs. The original cut of this movie ran for slightly over 2 hours, and the one version that I've seen is the unrated version on DVD. But I have seen the theatrical cut on TV, and so the director's cut is very, very disturbing. I do love it, and just this whole movie is very gory and very bloody. It's very tense. Acting in this movie is great, especially from Shawnee Smith and Barbara Sumek and Angus Mafayden, Tobin Bell. They all do great in their roles. So I have to give them. I'm going to give the actors a plus. Cinematography, the color schemes of each of the traps are very, very cool as well. And so, my favorite trap of the series, besides the trap with Amanda from the first film, besides the needle trap, in this movie there are 3 different traps that are my favorites. The freezer room, the rack, and the pig trap. I love those 3. Those are cool. But I would not do that. I will not. But anyways, Saw 3 is a good movie. I like Saw 3, and so I will give Saw 3. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. This is going to get my JDRSA. So basically my Rainbow Seal of Approval. Just let me know what you think about Saw 3 down below. I'll get you guys soon with the other 4 films. Bye.